In that case, let's get going. It is I, King Ernest Hecklerock II. Father ran a very tight ship, and I intend to do much the same. But I have to deal with you lot, the chiefs of the north, the counts of the east, and the grandees of the south. Not only that, but we have the consequence of your actions, your lands, your armies, your infrastructure will be largely reminiscent, if not the same as what we had last time. But I do wonder for the royal coffers. It was an expensive affair keeping you all in line last time, but let us march on regardless. If you haven't joined in already, you can continue to join in. Let's make it happen. Right, well, we've got the usual introductory stuff, but how about we have a quick look over our realm? We have the grandees to the south, we have the chiefs to the north, but they're also in the south. They are all-encompassing. As one would expect, the Norths were the surviving faction from our first season, and the Counts of the East. And also this weird bug at the back of the screen. What is causing this? I will perhaps never understand. But if I find and click on something, it tends to go away. This freaking game sometimes. I don't know if it's even worth putting in a bug report. I don't know if they're still working on it. Okay, well, whatever's there is just getting in my way. Who do we have around? We've got the rich and we have the poor. We've got Loki, Freiherz, and JJ Nitro boasting their wealth of their respective factions, whereas the poor paupers down at the bottom, there's JT with his 400 coins to rub together. I assume most of these are new bloods for the session because they have the standard $1,000 dues. And there's Shifty with 100. What a crying shame for you. How about the factions as a whole? Would you look at that? Best trade, the Chiefs. Best farming, the Chiefs. Biggest military, the Chiefs. Faith has never been important so far, but the Grandees have that. And they are all not very defiant. However, my treasury is low and my authority and stability are better than normal, probably because we had a good natural succession. Let us introduce ourselves to the council, shall we? Right, now that you are king, yes we are, first duty is meet with the council of nobles. Hello, chiefs. Lizard introducing himself. What is up with your face, man? You'll need it dealing with us lot, yes. How about the counts? Zyngus, you weren't one of Poland's friends, were you? We had a bit of an altercation previously. I was dismayed to hear of your parents' passing. That's okay. Ernest the Hecklerock never truly dies. He just manages a new Formula One team. May the ninth god bless your reign. He certainly blesses your region, ask Dave _. I trust you'll conduct yourself with honor and faith. I'll conduct myself with money, stability, and authority, thank you. Get out of my face. Faith has never been important except for the time you wanted to become a saint. Yeah, some kind of divine intervention was preventing my ascendance there. If it ever feels like I'm not manipulating the game screen properly, it's because there's some bug that blocks it, and I do not understand it. Right, perhaps I should come to an agreement about my own path to victory early on here. Your Majesty, you have big boots to fill, and my parents are out of the picture. The nobles are looking for any opportunity to replace me. I already look ancient. How will the kingdom remember me when I'm dead? Well, I have an idea regarding that, and it's a pretty good one. The goal is military. A warrior king will be remembered fondly if he wins more battles than he loses. See, up until now, I've been doing a lot of ambitions that revolve around ironing out my authority and stability. This time, however, we should all work together. You see, if you build up your armies, you're building up our armies, which is to say my army. Make with that what you will. Although if you wish to neuter yourselves intentionally, who am I to stop you if it is the council's demands? Didn't we do that last time? Tyranny, high authority, and military. No, we took it in a different direction. Right, coronation. Let's get this over with, shall we? Your Majesty, an honor to serve your parent, but it's time to wear the crown. Yeah, I've got some ageless advisors at my beck and call. Remember, Jake, provided we can't win, we'd rather have you win than either the Goths or the heathen, says Kevin. Do you speak for the entirety of your faction? I have a feeling some chiefs would disagree. But this is my coronation. We're not an absolute monarchy. My father was. It actually had on the end screen, Ernest Hecklerock the Absolutist. Ah, bring the despots in. Okay, well, my treasury is too low for you to completely ruin my game immediately by emptying it all out. But since we were running a very, very unfortunate time with the treasury last time, I'm going to try and stabilize my situation by not having you spend it all already. I can either be thrown into the river, or you can insist that there is no coronation at all. The choice is yours, not mine. How unfortunate. Let's see, there are not that many wanting to throw me into the river this time, which is rather nice. I often get drenched at the start of the game. But I have a feeling, having been denied victory last time, there are some power gamers out there who just saw the opportunity to do more damage than good. For the whole realm, I'll have you know. Yes, if authority or stability go to 0, I lose, but that doesn't mean you win. The most advanced scheme will win. Just bear that in mind while you chip away at the kingdom of which you are part of. Who was the majority vote on that? Feels like the count, so I'm going to have to remember that come tax season. No coronation! I was looking forward to it. The nobles have spoken. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. Maybe you could put your crown on in front of a mirror and pretend. The lack of a coronation bewilders the common folk. They won't see your name or face until the new coins are minted. So you hurt my authority, probably remembering the time where my father was a hard-loved authoritarian. How do we get rid of this freaking bug? I'm not going to reset over it, but it sometimes means that I can't pan the map, which is... Has anybody managed to read what that says? Bar? Arp? God knows, let's just end the season. Von Dougal's in to ask me, are you mistakenly thinking anyone here feels guilt? Well, let's find out as we look at the schemes people are doing. Jay Taylor, the most impoverished of the clansmen. Chiefs of the North, I should be the one on the throne, not the imposter King Ernest II. How do we make that happen? How will the chiefs go about asserting their dominance? Will they raise my authority? Will they raise my authority? Or will they lower all faith? Whoa. Honestly, not an easy choice. The Grandees will certainly have a lot to say about lowering faith, but the authority already got a head start on being kneecapped there. Even so, the chiefs have spoken. They wish to blow the horn. They will dig up Oddheld's legendary horn, use it to take over the kingdom. Favor the gods, diminish the kingdom's belief in the 9th. You must lower the combined total of the region's faith to 12 or below in 4 seasons, and it's currently sitting at 9. Whoa. Damn chiefs and their freebies. Okay. How about the Grandees, Zalanax lineage Javier? Southern Firebrand, the false pretenders occupy the throne. My claim is ignored. We must not let it go unanswered, they say. But what will they do? Lower their own defiance, which is already way low, raise my stability, which is already way high, or raise their own farming, which is middling to good? To be honest, all good choices. Personally, raising stability would be nice. Really nice. You know, maybe I should have said something like, if you choose B, there will be tax breaks down the line, but I think I was a little too late for that one. Seems they're interested in raising their farming. Remember, these votes are only open to their respective factions. Feels like very few are making the voices heard in the Grandees. Right, they will promise the miracles. I believe they tried that last time. Did it work? You tell me. They must raise their farming to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Well, once again, another freebie. 4 seasons though, right? At least that gives everybody time to throw a wrench in the works. That's perhaps one of the better choices for the Grandees. As we've seen, they've kind of crushed their own country last session. This gives them a chance to actually build back up. Well, with the best music, we've got the Counts now, Ivica of the Rikmo dynasty. Says, my fellow Counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. The glory days must return, but how? Through subterfuge, uprising, or ascension? Raise the treasury, you say? Whoa, okay. Oh, that's pretty nice. I know your own faith is already low, but if you take that, you're actually playing into the chief's hands. If you were to raise the treasury, we could work... Okay, I see the bargaining is already passed. They just want to go hard and fast here, even if it means it works towards the chief's benefit and hurts their own nation, rather than, say, helping us all. Yeah. We burned down our region. I seem to remember someone not addressing the bandit problem. That was a matter for the council of which you were privy, Bugster. Remember, we just covered that this is not an absolute monarchy anymore. They must reduce the power of the Eastern Church, lower their faith to 4 or less in 3 seasons. 3 seasons, though. That means you get a 1-season advantage over the chiefs. Troubling. Very troubling. So you've all got freebies. And I have no heir, not a lot of money, and, well, actually things are looking quite a bit harder for Hecklerock II. Yeesh. Okay, perhaps a law can help me out here. The Royal Gamble. Yeah, I've got to go for the Royal Gamble. It might cost me sometimes, but if it just wins, half the time or so, I can enhance the treasury, and perhaps we could work together on that. Where do we go? Where do we go? Well, I look at this and think, could I please close this? No. Right, call for apprentices. We've seen this in the south before. Let's check it out. Dreadful tidings, your highness. A meddling wizard has set up shop. It's Athmorel, the Stormbringer. Wizards have managed to tame creation itself, and they wield untold power. Even the High Inquisitor wouldn't dare move against them openly. A wizard whose domain includes the skies and storms, and they want new apprentices. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking peasants all over the south are lining up for their chance, not just the peasants. I, Dandelion, have decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, the serfs are no match. I'll be the most powerful noble the council has ever seen. The Counts, eh? We cannot let this go ahead. Not only is it heresy, it presents a clear and dangerous conflict of interest. Wizards answer only to themselves. Even an apprentice would be disastrous. How do we go about this then? We could simply allow Dandelion to become the apprentice. We haven't seen that unfold before. We could demand a healthy surplus into the treasury. And we could also make them incredibly poor. I like the sound of that. Or we forbid it. That is an exceptional treasury surplus right there. I think it is B for beautiful. That is B for absolutely beautiful. Lizard wants A for the interesting choice. I am a little interested to see how it pans out, but B is so good. Look at all that money I could have. Okay, seems we have some interest in getting it done, so I think the right thing to do is just put some money behind it. Allow the countess to become the apprentice. We'll see if I end up shooting myself in the foot with this one, but if I just keep ignoring the events, I never get to see how they unfold, and I am hungry to see what's in store here. I will be crying over this money, by the way. That's a lot of money for the treasury I could have. Also, bankrupting someone also feels good. There's a lot of unity behind the counts on this one. And da-da! There we go. Grumbling, but also cordial, so good relations with the counts, but I have to worry about the chiefs. They've got the supreme military here, and we're already tickling them in unwanted places. Ninth Preservus, what if she actually passes the apprenticeship? There's never been a wizard on the council before. It might liven things up. You've nothing to fear from me, your grace. I'll always have the kingdom's interest at heart, even as a wizard. Aw, dandelion, that's sweet. All sorts of visitors, latent magic wilts the crops. Once again, the Grandee places are being destroyed further, although trade picked up a little bit. How do you feel about that, Grandees? Can I... There we go. Finally got rid of that thing at the back. You have to be sure that you can click it from underneath and then get rid of it, but I don't even know what it is. Right. There's honor guard, but also some kind of shield. Let's go and see what the counts of the East are up to. Your Highness, heed my plea. There's great tragedy of our time. It has befallen the East. Loss of capes, you say? Worse than that, I fear. An order of once great knights has fallen into disrepute. It's the order of the Gossamer Shield. They were once the greatest of the knightly orders to serve the counts, virtues extolled by bards across the lands, trolls would weep, but they've been brought low, working as glorified bounty hunters for the south. But the Grandees will be happy about that. It's a stain of honor on the East. Our military has suffered some setbacks. Oh, but they're bumping it up a touch. Please, by all means, enhance that military of yours. And also, some Grandees are making coin. Who in particular? JJ is the cream of the crop, but hey, there's TBW as well. Matching coin for coin. How befitting. Gossamer Security's been solving problems we once solved and kicking the buttocks we want kicked. Has it come to this? These are knights, not mercenaries. They need to be reminded of chivalry. Please assemble the council. Ooh, complex situation here. What do we do? We could simply acquiesce to the demands. I hurt my own stability. Someone's going to lose some money, but it's not me. Recall the order, restore its courtly dignitary. That probably hurts and makes the Grandees unhappy. Invite the security to help protect the south. I have to pay out my pocket for that. I'm not happy about that. Hire them as the palace watch. I'm definitely not happy about that. Yes, authority is nice, but at $1,100 dues, I'm not impressed. Ignore the situation, lose yet more authority. Defiance will grow, but military will grow even more, and military is oddly good for me. Yeah, I do want higher military. I wouldn't complain if we had much lower military as well, mind you. Wondering if that treasury cost is worth it. I do have a free veto here, that's worth considering. Hurting my stability seems pretty bad. I'm not sure I want to do recalling here, but I don't want to hurt my treasury either. Defiance trade, treasury authority, authority down, military up. Taking someone's wealth, quite the option. Yeah, that does tempt me, but these are kind of bad for me. And a bit more Vote for unity against the Grandees. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to pick sides this early on. Making enemies almost did in Ernest Hecklerock the First. It's just I have a veto here. I'm trying to think what's the worst thing that could happen here. I think B is probably the worst thing, because it costs me and it doesn't benefit me. Whereas C might cost me, but it also benefits me quite a bit. So as long as B doesn't happen, I think I can be agreeable. It also feels rather nice to just allow the council a free vote on matters. Well, free-ish. It also gives me an idea of what people want. See that? The Grandees are very interested in making their military better. But the counts and the chiefs, who are united in reducing faith, are interested in caning the Grandees wherever possible. Fascinating. But there we go. A lackluster option for me here. The South are insolent. Order breaks down in the South. The Raiders hide out in the desert, targeting caravans. The South is once again gimped. Remember that farming situation? I remember that. Why did that double hit my stability? That is not okay. Okay, well, at least the counts seem happy. Von Duckels just says, I'm so poor. Wow, poor isn't even the word. I'd say destitute. Right, something must be done about this. Each region will offer their elite warriors unto me. The guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. You could just hire foreign mercenaries. They're loyal to the coin. I have made my decision. Have I? Well, we've already seen these guys before, haven't we? I think we have. Well, the chiefs are mighty. I think I should probably go for some northern warriors this time around. That's the stuff. I mean, the South seem awfully aggrieved, but I think they always were going to be aggrieved, so let's live with it. Hello, warrior heroes. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes. Alright, I will be up front and say that was a pretty terrible season for me. My stability got mulched, my authority's nothing to write home about, and everybody is advancing their schemes. So, long live the king. A chance for you to spend your ill-gotten gain, especially the chiefs. We have auctions at the ready here. Crushing their own faith, crushing their own farming up in the north. The counts could lower stability, or lower their own military. The Grandees could aid my authority, or aid their own farming, which they do want to do. Because it's one away from being stopped. Fascinating. And it does increment these. Look at that. Now it's down to 3 seasons, 2 seasons. Okay. Let there be the auction. The top 2 most funded will go through, and we have had it confirmed that if you do not get yourself fully funded, then you get a refund. So if you spend loads of money on the prison, and we don't build the prison, well then System of a Down will make a song about it. And by the way, please don't build that prison. I need stability. Oh man, stability started out so good. I can't believe it got double smashed there. I am unimpressed with that. Seems like the Grandees are going to have a hard time getting that farming up. 20 seconds remain. The prison has quite a strong backing. There the aqueducts. Taking a chip out of the ways of the chiefs who refuse to spend those pennies. Look at all that money they're not spending. And yet the observatory is making something happen here. I'm very, very unimpressed that you've just triple hit my stability. This will be remembered, Counts. This will absolutely be remembered. Okay, right, so things aren't good. Maybe things can get better. How about I try to find a spouse? Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse. Sooner or later, bring me a woman. Give me fertile fields that I might plow. Activate the sprinkler system. Knightly virtue? Wait, are we still going on about those bloody knights? I thought we dealt with them. We're paying the order to protect our land, but Protozomac decided he wanted the knights to go back to writing love poetry and picking flowers. Crime is exploding in the south. Could the Grandees stop making problems to the kingdom? All of last session, we've got bandits, our roads aren't safe, please burn down our church. And now what's this? Oh, yeah, exactly, Protozomac. That is your problem. People have been visiting my keep across the kingdom to learn about knightly virtues and court etiquette for a fee. But of course, by the 9th, your outdated notions of chivalry are irrelevant in the modern age. They're more relevant than ever. We can do all a little romance in our lives. I should come to the capital and spread the word. What do you say, your grace? What do we say indeed? Now, I'm not particularly happy with the chiefs and the counts conspiring, if you will, against the kingdom, but I really don't like the trouble the Grandees keep giving me. So maybe we can work together on this matter. Help the Grandees overcome their problem with a military chance-based here. Order the knights to fight. No, hell no. C isn't happening, that's for sure. Well, my fellow chiefs and counts, what do we fancy? A or B? Should we spread the ideas of chivalry? Or should we send in the military? But C gives you stability. Yeah, but I really don't like the Grandees. A, B, A, B, A, B, B, A, B. Oh, man, it's going back and forth. Whatever gets us a tax rebate, my lord. There's no point having a mighty military if we don't put it to work, right? Actually, you know, I don't really care what the Grandees think. All right, please, if you have any caring for the crown, please back us on the idea of screw the Grandees and vote A. I humbly request the backing of my loyal council on this matter. Although I cannot force your hands, this is not an absolute monarchy after all. The Grandees seem rather unhappy with that idea. But notably, a lot of the chiefs are also working against me on this one. Damn. They're nae happy, are they? Well, poop. Well, that cost the royal treasury. I did not get my stability. And how does the fighting go? How will this fool help us exactly? Very well, it seems. Count Protozomac visiting is a rousing success. Turns out that a chivalrous sword cuts off heads just as efficiently as a mercenary one. The Eastern Knights soon terrify the bandits back into hiding. Meanwhile, would you look at that? We do get the stability boost after all. Not only that, but my council has shown their true face. Notably, the counts backed me on that one. The chiefs did not. The chiefs were out in force working against the crown. This will be kept in mind come tax season, which I don't think is very far away. All right, comet sighted. Time to lose that stability we just got. Blood red comet spotted in the night sky over the north. The villagers are claiming it's a terrible omen. They're on the verge of panic. Dispel such basal superstitions with my no faith. Nothing to worry about? Oh, God, well, this all looks bad, doesn't it? Well, I suppose I can test my wibbling authority here. Oh, God. Well, the kingdom is not looking very good. The peasants are not buying the feed I'm giving them. The north is gripped by panic. Riots break out. Soothsayers wander, foretelling doom. Authority is crippling. Stability is crippling. Good thing we've got a great army. Need to manage that defiance, all things considered. Because where we are, I'm pretty sure the Grandees could revolt. And that would nay be good for me. I could definitely revolt. Well now. Well now. I must point out that the Counts did back me. Didn't win on backing me, but they did back me. The Chiefs did not back me, but the Chiefs are also terrifying. The Grandees can go suck a fat one, though. You get out of here. So, the Grandees are on the verge of rebellion. Everything seems fine-ish across the rest of the land. So, as I'm sure you all know, if 31 of our beloved and loyal Grandees decide to rebel, they'll be able to get it through because their defiance is better than the highest of my authority and my stability because that's been crippled. How sad for me. Ooh, blood money. That sounds less sad. Says Rohal. What's going on here? Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong in the north. Well, that sounds like a celebratory glass of wine. There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the border of my lands, and I definitely haven't been having money troubles. Most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for just a drop of my blood, an offer which I did not accept. Rohal, what are you getting up to here? That sounds great. Can I have some wine, please? Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still have rule over my estate, not her. And she did not forbid me from telling you any of this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass her magic. I'm glad that's cleared up. Let's celebrate all of this good news with some wine. Lowering faith? Well, it can't be lowered any further. I don't think I want to boost the farming of the chiefs who already have the best of everything and make it even better. Should the court physician lift this curse? I think I'm figuring things out. Nay, Your Highness, that's not the case. After a week confined in a cold iron box with nothing to eat but salt, the magic stops affecting the chief. He's even able to talk about his ordeal directly. I always tolerated that bloody witch who sell medicine to the peasants, help them find lost sheep. Ooh, which is up to no good. Send a regiment and take back my stolen lands. Yes, finally, flexing our military might. Letting witches go free? Making the chiefs suffer? No. We must finally put this massive army of us to good use and destroy the witch. Why? Nothing else would make any sense. What's the point in having this massive army if we don't burn witches at the stake? It seems that we have some dissidents. Dark Young the Grandee, the real decoy Grandee. Grandees. Always up to no good. Glad they've got the smallest army, gives me the fewest troubles, but they could still be a problem. That's the problem, because I can't just get rid of their military, I need it. It's my ambition as well. Okay, burn the witch at the stake. Naturally we succeed, naturally the kingdom takes what it is due. The north is happy, the soil opens up beneath the trees. They fight their way through, minimal losses. The witch tries to scatter, sentries posted, and burn the town square. I don't think anyone's going to lose sleep over 1 point of faith here, considering you need this to be total 12 or below, and that's only bringing it up to 9. Concerned. I'm greatly concerned about that count thing going through next season, though. The fields are never again as bountiful. Well, I'd say that worked out for everybody involved. We're loyal, my lord. You said so yourself. I've said a few things. Right, what's this cast outness? Wow, a skeleton! Dandelion, weren't you the pretender? This is an outrage. Undignified. She can't do this. Blood and stars. Why is there a skeleton here? It's me! I was struck by lightning on my first day. Every inch of flesh on my body evaporated. Lady of the Storm gave me a second chance, but cast me out. You have no discernible magical acumen, whatever that means. I demand vengeance. You want me to fight wizards who have control over creation itself. Counts, you're gonna really, really have to make this worth my while. Because I'm certainly not going to be able to demand anything. I'm not in a position to do nothing. Arrest Athmorel, God knows what. A skeleton cannot be a countess. We must forfeit their lands and bolster the treasury, you say? Fascinating. Very fascinating. All right, chiefs and grandees. This money will more than cover a generous bribe to both of your good factions. If a majority of you back me on D, there will be a guaranteed tax break for both of you. Vote D, make money. Sadly, I'm not able to discern between those that vote and those that do not. So I can't give a tax break to these glorious people and then deny it to the others. But would you look at that? The grandees are not interested in a tax break. Wow. What the hell is this? They can't be bought. They want to absolutely strip me further of what I have. Unbelievable. You can't buy us, you coward, says Dark Young. Okay, well, I'm rolling on that 10% then. We've been burned by your not being taxed cruelly as a tax break. I didn't even do that. I might have alluded to that. But I did give the tax break. Well, bollocks. You don't get a reply written in ink. You find that everyone has been suddenly and mysteriously killed. No one can prove it. Well, I guess there is a shining beacon here. The grandees have just been denied their own scheme, and they voted for this to happen. Total grandee death is my new proposition to the council. Why would you anger her? I don't give a damn what you say, Kevin the Caveman. Not long afterwards, Dandelion kicks the bucket anyway. Okay, proximity was the only thing keeping him alive. Well, isn't this problematic? I found potential matches for you. Yes, I get it. I get it. No need to see them, it seems. Salty Rice Boy clan. Is that even a woman? I'm unsure about that. Eldest daughter of the Eastern Saint Kaladin dynasty, and she's bald. Intriguing, I guess. Why am I being given another bald woman? Pick candidate. Anger them. Lifelong alliance. Ugh. Who's a northern candidate again? Winner by default simply for having some hair. Oh, I could just refuse to marry, but no, give me that northern thing. The treasonous south. Perfidious grandees. Oh man, the kingdom is wrecked right now. There's no stability, because you all voted against that. Oh god. Peasants all across my lands are rejecting the ninth god. The tithe collectors don't dare knock on the door. Must not falter. If the king grows proud, we can offer him the ultimate reward. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, please help me raise my authority. I'm all for that. Meanwhile, yeah, some iron choice sounds good. The monarch's vote is just awful, so switch that out rather handily. And it appears we now have a rebellion from the Grandees. This is very, very bad because rebellion comes with a significant downside straight out the gates, and it could cut us very short here. Ninth God has judged you unworthy. Oh, thank God. It doesn't seem to lower authority or stability lower than a certain point. I think it's meant to be -2 authority and stability. Oh God. Hand me the rope so that I may hang myself with it. I am still going to kill you, though. Think of it this way. It's a great opportunity to burn the South. I'm all for it. What's our chances here? The Grandees are formidable, but not undefeatable. Hope they don't persuade any other regions to join the rebellion. That would be disastrous. Yes, well, I have got a great urge to murder. Kingdom is divided. There'll be a lot of death and suffering before this is all over. Can't wait. Well, the situation has evolved not necessarily for King Ernest II's advantage. What's this all about an opening strike? The kingdom is blackened by faithlessness and dishonor. The ninth god is weeping for what we have become, and whose fault is that? What do you mean, my fault? You've got the largest faith. You're right, we have no choice but to raise our banners and march on the capital and install a better ruler like Javier. But first, we must work out the opening move. We can launch a preemptive strike against the chiefs. You could call the counts to war, or you could call upon the church to condemn the king. Or send an assassin to nip this in the bud. Not my choice, though. This is up to the Grandees. Will you try and assassinate me? Will you bring in the church? Will you bring in the counts? Or will you... Are you sure you don't want to sucker punch the chiefs? Oh, lordy. We could have just... All of this because they didn't back me. I could have offered them generous tax breaks. Funnily enough, they get no tax breaks. I can't even offer it to them now since they're rebelling. But what's the Archbishop prick going to say now? Oh, Heavenly Father, save me. Oh, no. Oh, God. Your message is most heartfelt. How could I turn down those in need? We're all the ninth god children after all. Church has been suffering. King hasn't been giving you support you deserve. I've been trying. The king has strayed far from the light of the ninth. Breaks my heart, so little concern. On the other hand, if you ever find yourself on the throne, substantial contribution to the church coffers. I care not for money, I care about what's best. And what's best is a kingdom that cares about the church. Oh. Oh. Okay, thank you. You're solving all my problems. Wait, what? Fortunately for the king, the power of the church has waned so much the news of the archbishop's stance was met with a collective shrug. What? What was even that? What did that achieve? Literally, faith never matters. Okay, maybe we can all just ignore that and have a happy royal wedding to my warthog bride. I mean, look at this. Look at those shoulders. I don't mean to offend you, but you were born a man, right? And I don't even mean born a boy. You were born a man. Don't worry, you can tell me. I'm open-minded. Right, the day arrives without much pomp and ceremony because of the Civil War, but still, the loyal nobles are here. Okay. Changed my mind. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Okay. For the good of the realm, I'm gonna have to marry this femboy. Aren't you king and wife? We'll barely keeping our kingdom together here. Authority is ineffective. Stability is turbulent. Didn't even benefit me because the North are already loyal to the cause. You found yourself alone and terrified with Mag. It's past midnight and her stomach rumbles. I missed the north. We're in the north. The north completely surrounds the capital. Oh. I'd much prefer to rule from the north if I could. I can see why. Everyone down here speaks in circles, insulting each other, not really insulting each other. I don't know how you stand it. It is tough, but I do my duty. By Ord Hell's Horn, I feel for you. You'd know all about that, wouldn't you? All right, can we at least... your wife is happy. Good. We have not had happy marriages at all so far. Maybe, just maybe. She's going to make me call her sir. But maybe I can make her happy. Oh, God. What a terrible season. Okay, Northern Sagas tell of Odd Hell's Horn, once gifted to the mortals by the honey-blooded prince himself, lost to the snows of time, never found again until now I have it. Dominica has found it. Last night during the storm, a beseeched drunken vessel himself, loaded lightning strike the earth. We'll find the horn in the frozen wastes? Aye. Have everyone muster the best warriors. We're gonna head into the domain of the ice giants. Oh, come on! Freebie number 2 for the Chiefs. And it's only a 2-season job. Oh, God. Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying they have a right. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they are saying many things. Jesus. Right. Mustering an army. Pinching the points. A great battle. Oh, God. We're in civil war. You definitely don't want us to drop our military. It's not a freebie. We worked hard to be in good shape. Your military started at 7. I don't think increasing it by 1 over the course of an entire episode counts as working hard. All right, tell me what you will about this great battle. Vast armies darken the landscape. Flags are flying. We're in civil war, is what you imagine, but I'm in the safety of my palace. Your Majesty, the army of the south is advancing on the capital, led by the treacherous Cur Grandi Arcane Saint. Tell me more. Arcane Saint barely has 2 pennies to rub together, and they're in charge of the army. I've received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the east. If they march now, they'll intercept. Or they could join forces with the north. It's risky. What are your orders? They certainly should join forces. The Counts have a minimal advantage here. I feel like this would backfire tremendously if we tried to rely on the Counts to do a special attack here. But GPIC insists that the Counts have this. Of course the Chiefs would say that. All right, Counts. Well, do we have any Counts in the chat who want to weigh in on this matter? It's your army. I guess it's also my army, but it's also yours. Surely you can counter them, says Ninja. Yeah, please don't send me to die. 6 beats 5. All right, make it matter. The Counts will fight the Southern Army, and they'll go head on. Very well. We have orders, but should we follow them? Oh no, oh, God. Come now, Counts. If you need any further convincing, if this fails, the Chiefs get the win. Hang back, let the rebels march to the capital without a challenge. What the hell did I do to the Counts? They don't fancy their chances in battle. They want to link up with the Chiefs. That's probably going to ruin my authority, which they're trying to raise, but oh well. Apparently they're trying to raise. Nobody follows orders from you, Your Grace. I'm sure somebody does. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, burst into the throne room, just furious. The cowardly Counts defied your orders. They linked up with the chiefs because they didn't want a real fight of their own. Well, I hope that was the right decision. Have some confidence. Too late for doubts now. All comes down to the next battle. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. We will prevail. Marshall seems pretty happy. It becomes clear that the Eastern Army's retreat has given the Grandees free rein to pillage and plunder the East. Rampage. Look at what you've just done to yourself, Counts. You chose this. Slice their own farming in half. Oh, would you look at that? Some of the Counts lost money. Oh, would you look at that? Their trade has just been halved. How could this have happened to the Counts? I simply have no idea. Freaking Goths. Right, the East suffers. The Eastern forces successfully link up with the chiefs, and the joint army rushes to meet the Grandees in open warfare. Okay. Now, they should smash that, but it looks like the Grandees have the opportunity to build up their mass. Along the southern borders, countless swords flash in the blazing sun. By the grace of the Ninth, we've assembled an army to strike fear into the heart of the false king. What is next? Just want to put it out there that this rebellion was possible because my stability and my authority were crushed by the council repeatedly. And the thing is, that didn't do anything good or bad for the chiefs and the counts, but it absolutely enabled the Grandees to have this opportunity to just seize the win. They are truly killing themselves. It's just a shame that I am the ablative armor in this situation. We march, but not yet. Ensure that we have collected all their resources and several proposals to bolster their army. What will the Grandees do? Well, their farming is too low to mass conscript, but will they call upon the Holy Order? Will they hire mercenaries, or do they insist they already have enough? They've got a big battle coming up. We, the Grandees, don't want you to win. We just want you to lose, says Shifty Theory. Kingmakers deserve the rope. Well, faith has worked well for them so far. It seems they can absolutely call upon the Holy Order here. I wonder if that's only available because of their high faith. How much of a bolstering are we talking about? I mean, if they still lose, it's fine for them to get a better army, but let's see how this goes. Praise the Ninth. We are blessed. We are truly blessed. Wow, double up on the military. I'd sure love to advance my own scheme. Wouldn't that be nice? Holy Knights soon arrive, riding gleaming armor. They are few, but each is worth 20 ordinary soldiers in the field of battle. The strength of the Ninth is on their side. Well, I'm glad the Counts didn't go for the fight now, huh? How about that pinch point of yours? Glory awaits, Greyvoid. Our forces will soon march across the river. After that, it's a clear road to the capital. River crossing is dangerous. We should do something. What cowardice is this? If we take the main bridge and fortify it, we'll control half the north. If. Greyvoid, you seem oddly cautious here. What's the problem? I thought you had God on your side. Well, it is up to you. Will you build rafts, avoid the trouble, take the chance, or cross the bridge and collapse it behind you, which looks suspiciously free of consequences? Or, you know, you could actually lend me a bit of a hand on my authority. That would be nice. Are we open to doing nice things? Perhaps less so, considering I've openly declared that all Grandees must die. Saw something in the chat there. No Rules says, thanks for splitting the chiefs and the counts. It would be beneficial. Right, 50% chance to screw themselves, and I'm all about the Grandees screwing themselves. It's a narrow enough point. A pinch point negates numbers advantage. This will come down to which side has the fiercest warriors, and the answer is, of course, the chiefs. By the day's end, the bridge's flagstones are slick with blood. It remains in northern hands, and the Grandees retreat in disarray. Loyalist points and a military crushing defeat for the south. Good job. Having God on your side, you just sent them all to die. Because you couldn't afford to give me just a little sliver of authority. Freaking fools, man. Okay, perhaps we could let some bygones be bygones and you all go get the hell on with the auction. Will the chiefs raise their military even further? It is their ambition. It's also my ambition and very useful in this civil war. Will they gimp their own trade? I could get a nice authority boost. Someone out there, a few people out there actually doing it. Could it be the chiefs? The counts, rather, finally helping me out? Somebody wants to lower the military might of the counts. Quite a few people indeed. That's hilarious. Raising the faith yet further for the Grandees. If they think long-term, if the Grandees are capable of possessing thought and consider long-term survival, they could raise their faith to supermax levels and guarantee the ninth on their side the whole time. Or crush the stability of my realm yet further. Looks almost certain that we're going to have super swole chiefs. And I can't believe it, some actual authority. No, what? Out of nowhere, the money has materialized to gimp the military of the counts. Who could have done such a thing? Okay. I mean, the squabbling is great. Let's save it for after the Civil War. To shreds, you say? Okay, that's good. It's almost too good. Recht, onwards and upwards. Surely the chiefs deserve a tax break for this. I beg your pardon? What? Could I please have a baby? Your marriage to Mag has grown stale. Oh, come on. You get along well enough. Made some good memories. There's no spark. She cares more about stupid alchemical experiments than your happiness. Spark or no spark, we need an heir. Are you sure she is, properly equipped for the task at hand? Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was magnificent, but I need an heir. Secure the heir. It's impossible whilst we're at war with ourselves. Oh, God. Well, if nothing else, the rebellion is assuring that, I'm not getting my own mojo on, so it doesn't look like it's going to be the Hecklerock victory for now. Perhaps this captured loyalist will change things. Jake, when every single one of your wives don't like you, there's only one common denominator. Yes, we must change, become Protestant, and slice off their heads, right? Good news! In my latest sortie, I captured a key leader of loyalist forces. Oh, Enrak of the Counts. A scourge on you, ugly guy. You addled ragabrash. Release me at once. Gag the guest. We can hear ourselves think. What shall we do with the prize? Well, Grandees, what shall you do now that you've captured a count? Execute them to harm my stability again? Extract key information? You might need a bit of an edge in the upcoming fight. Free them as a show of mercy. Mercy? Or demand a hefty ransom from the counts. It's very funny they're not taking the money option. Be more of a long-term approach, but no, it seems you want to severely hamper the realm. What else is new? Execute him, head to the king. See, why exactly is that a problem for me? Goodbye, Enrak. Blubbering count led to a platform. The executioner awaits. Down comes the axe. And... okay. Well, that does make the east... would you look at that? Only draws the counts closer to the king. Oh, okay. I thought it was not doing anything to stability, but yeah. The kingdom's not feeling too good. Couldn't we have, enhanced that during the money phase? Okay, a month ago, a battle was averted. The battle cannot be postponed forever. The counts and the chiefs are all that stand between the Grandees and the capital. A final battle deciding the fate of the kingdom and the chiefs. It's time to strike. We can only hope they listen to our orders, Your Majesty. Will they, though? Will they join the forces and ensure a 100% military victory for the chiefs? Or are they just gonna feel this one out? Ah, yes, saving the council. Okay. Well, I'm glad to see the loyalist forces are living up to their name, although they have some traitorous numbers amongst themselves. Looking at you, Mitral, Arthel, Melaton, Coro, and McCain. God, even the game you look like a twink. Right, let us march on. We have Grandees to slaughter. You better remember that vote later, Sis Resty. I'm remembering the vote you made to crush the army of the Counts. Anyway, she finally returns, strides into the throne room, has a triumphant gleam. Marshal, let's hear that report. We caught the Grandees by surprise, fording a river. Yeah, they don't have good luck with those rivers, do they? The chiefs attacked from one side, the Counts charged into the other. You should have seen it. The river ran red that day. The South's military is inadequate. My authority has become credible, and we have gained full victory points. This calls for a bottle of wine. Clink those glasses. I don't think Grandees have much fight left in them. It's just mopping them up. I can get behind that, but holy Christ. Holding on by a thread. Please, I need to impregnate my boy wife. Okay, unfortunately for me, whilst all this is going on, there have been dramatic developments. The chiefs are celebrating the recent victory against the ice giants, smashing through with battle songs. Cut him down, poor blighter never felt a heated axe before, and so much loot. Would you look at that? When we compare wealth, the poorest northerner on the list is richer than the richest count and grandee. What about wealth disparity? Oh yeah, nobody is truly impoverished up in the chief zone, but the counts and the grandees. Look at the counts! Where's the money? Where the hell's the money? Wasn't there some tax break going on? Or am I misremembering things? No, I think it was just extra cruel taxes in the grandees. Maybe I can help the counts out. Depends what they can offer me. The party lasts long into the night. The chiefs take turns drinking mead out the horn. The dawn breaks. Ivor beckons them. Quiet down, it's time to get serious. It has the power to collapse buildings and earthquakes and mountains, but how shall it be used? Will you try to lower the farming of the realm or lower my authority? This is your victory approach, chiefs. Make your choice and make it now. Good lord, what a landslide. This is becoming deeply concerning. Extremely deeply concerning. Aqueducts only for the chiefs. Right, with this horn, we'll collapse mountains and castles and swallow up the farmlands. We'll take care of the food supplies, make them precarious and desperate. Give them a demonstration of power, and then an ultimatum. Crown or starve. Lower the other region's farming to a combined total of 3 or less. That is only a reduction of 2, my beloved counts and grandees. 2. For all that is good and proper, please raise those aqueducts. Just putting that one out there. Well, it seems I'm unable to do anything to the grandees here. We need money then. An excellent point, my count friend. You will have your money. But, money has to come from somewhere. Where's it gonna come from? Well, I can't tax the grandees right now. You promised a bribe for the chiefs, Jake. Oh, now that is true. That is very true. incredibly true. It didn't win, though. There might have been votes for it, but it didn't win, meaning it didn't exist. And for your failure to uphold what we need in the council, I'm afraid it's going to be extra cruel taxes, chiefs. Funnel that money towards the counts. The time is now. God, time for what? Me being strung up, I think. Righto, the rebel army has crumbled. There's a massive push into their lands, looting it. Please don't destroy their farms. Oh gosh. The Grandees must pay for the betrayal. Siege a bloody castle. Victory! Marshal rides back out overseeing the siege. A few days later, Grand Arcane Saint's castle has fallen. The rebellion is over. And oh thank God, it's trade being hit, not farming for now. Right, Arcane Saint. Kill me if you like, but the ninth god knows what I did, and it was righteous. Are you sure about that? Chat, what should we do with the Arcane Saint? Caused grievous harm to our lands, although admittedly mostly their own lands. I like how Raziel puts it so succinctly. Kill him! Yes, if you're so keen on your ninth god, I will send you to him. Be gone. Stiff-backed, silent, dragged out onto the platform, and down you go. Die, Arcane Saint. The South is defeated, their military is helpless, defiance is pristine across the lands. And there we go. Whew! I almost have stability, but I absolutely have authority. Unfortunately, that authority does benefit a certain faction, but for what the counts have just done for me, I have a hard time berating them for it, so consider that your payment in kind. The kingdom is once again unified. What is this even? What is this even? Of note, however, the Grandees wish to raise their farming, and they would surely want to counter the chief's farming, which wants it lowered. I think we're going to have to let bygones be bygones if we don't want yet another time of the frozen north in charge, but I suppose I can't make that decision alone. They're making strides, feeding the common folk. It won't be enough at this rate. Feeding them what? He's promised a cornucopia for the people, but so far the harvest has been lacking. If you can't deliver a miracle, we'll have to raise your farming to at least 5. Playing a game of chess in the castle. 2 counts are discussing the scheme. Delightful! The king is drunk with power. He's mandated statues of himself to be built in every major city, and the sculptors are doing well. Why couldn't it be the farmers doing well? The time is ripe. Really show the king the true secrets of our group. Ooh. Those secrets are meant to be kept secret. What if we pulled the wool over his eyes? What are you going to do? Will you lower your... Oh, Christ. Instruct the king into the real secret of immortal blood drinkers. Yeah, raise your farming. We like that. We love the farming. Everybody loves a good bit of farming. Oh, Lord. That's, unfortunate. Shouldn't have given them tax cuts, says Lizard. Absolutely. Oh, deedy me. How is that even fair? This is a fine trick. Keep a good reputation with the king, convince him he's a trusted friend, share the wondrous gift, lower the defiance to 1. So not even 0, 1 will be enough. Oh, God, how long do they have to do that? What? What? Ah. Oh, God. Oh, lordy. Defiance low is meant to be good for me, and it just gives them that. And on top of that, one of the events is just my heir, so I can't even hit them with it. Oh, well. The kingdom is at peace. You must seek an heir. Someone young with loyalty assured. Surely the counts would not like it if I just brought in a lowborn child. Gotta do anything I can to raise defiance here. And surely they would hate this. The nobles won't be too happy with a lowborn child being elevated to a royal. Please reconsider. I have to stir every pot and kick every hornet nest here, or else I am out. History will remember you as a champion of the people, if it remembers you at all. That did nothing. The goggles. Okay, I hope this wild beast is attacking some counts. Your Highness, I bring ill tidings. Wildlife's gone berserk. They're attacking villages, travelers all across the region. Great hulking beasts twisted by magic. County magic? Because might be able to do something with that. Ah, not you again. Grandees, go away. The other regions have their own problems, Your Holiness. Nobody wants to march up to the frozen north for something like this. As useful as nipples on a breastplate. The church's presence in the north is minimal. Perhaps we could shelter those. Adherence to God or not, it's the least we could do. Or send in the mercs. Well, nothing here seems to be raising defiance of the people that matter. That's just chiefly defiance. It also lowers farming, but I think it's their farming. That's not a problem. Well, it's all pretty bad. As long as I don't have to pay for it, bad isn't that bad. And see, lowering of the farming here is actually good. It curbs some of the long-term power of the chiefs. But that's not what's going down. Well, actually, farming is just lowering anyway. Well, that's good. How very nice. Faith increase? Well, as we know, faith is useless. Oh, God, this is tumultuous. There we go. So although the chiefs might be thundering towards victory here, they are A, going to be pipped at the post by the counts, and B, they're actually losing their long-term viability. Since they insist on hurting themselves. Although maybe the time of the new faith for the chiefs is up. Okay, unless this event is a we all hate the counts event, I think the noose is firmly around my neck now. Disturbing rumblings from the university. Money problems? More serious than money problems. Secret meetings, late night gatherings. Oh, succession rules are being investigated, are they? Well, this is kind of a freebie, although I suspect it's about to not matter at all. It really isn't about to matter at all. I'm more than a little curious what the scholars have to say, though. Honestly, a scholar could save you. Well, there's another thing. We might be able to get a scholar in that says all the counts should be burned at the stake. And maybe we could agree with them and save ourselves. It is ourselves. We're all working together here. It's the only thing I have here that might immediately give me an option to survive. Because I know that the spy infiltration takes time. This might not. At least it's immediate. Alright, what's going on here? It acknowledges the request, but no scholar appears that day. Or after. Wait, what? No! No! How can this be? Oh, God. I can't believe they were just given that. It's a bright morning. We're enjoying our breakfast. The letter arrives. It's a symbol of the Count's secret society and a hidden message. Ooh, we love the Counts around here. In exchange for control of your throne, you'll live forever. Good news, I hope. Wonderful news. A voyage to the east, modest carriage, best not be seen. Nightfall arrives. Ready to meet the Eternal King, I hope. Teeth glimmer in the dark. Hello, Darple. A momentous time for all. Chamber with candles and sigils and shapes. Their faces are hidden. They chant. The voices echo. It's much larger than it appears. I'm glad to see you all. Hairs prickle up unpleasantly. The gold chalices around the circle. We all take a sip. The chalice is filled with blood. Drink, your grace. You shall live forever. I like the sound of that. Absolutely. Warm, metallic, smoky aftertaste. Not the most pleasant thing, but not the worst. The heat prickles down the arms. The head swims. We stagger. The eternal flame of my godhood as my sleeves burst into flames. The head feels thick and foggy. The fire builds, it spreads down the torso. Counts do not move. The flames take hold. Thought flashes through your mind. It's working, but it's not. You can only hope your ashes are hard to clean off the floor. Whew. The Counts promised immortality, but it was a ruse. In a flash, the flames reduced me to ashes. I simply vanished. Yeah, because I told no one I was going here. The chiefs abandoned their hope for Oddheld's horn. Passed into legends once more. Treasure fit for only seducing adventurers getting into the frozen wastes, and the Grandees prayed for a miracle, but no miracle came. Pathetic. A fine trick indeed. When King Ernest II vanished, the Counts were ready. They swept into the ensuring power vacuum, installed Ivica as a successor, and investigations were quashed. Still a better outcome than Jock Dongle, who was sent off to Brazil. But wow, that was incredibly rough. Massive freebie for everyone, really. Man, those events that are just like, oh, to advance your scheme, you have to do something that you've already done with a buffer is just rancid for the monarch. I always have to work for my schemes. But that final one, man, oh man. At least I can take a bit of solace knowing that the chief's power was cut down a bit. They had the best of everything, and now they don't. Trade is massive across the kingdom now, though. Let's have a look at that. Grandees have two things going for them now. Trade could be useful down the line. Faith might someday be useful. Farming sucks everywhere. But I suppose military matters a ton, and that's one thing the chiefs have plentifully. So this could be a problem, a real problem. Remember, the Chiefs won in the first season. Could they win a second time and hold on to VIP status? I don't know. We determine that at the end of the season, which goes on for 5 whole rounds. But hey, wait, you were known as the fighter? I guess you did win the Civil War. Congratulations for being rich, Aether. Congratulations on actually spending your money, Matty Mayo. If only you'd spent it on better things, you might not be a bloody loser. But I suppose I'm first in line for the loser awards. Ernest Hecklerock's reign comes to a horrifying and yet luminescent end. Wow. Okay, rough stuff for me, but hey, I did have an exceptionally good win last time. We'll be back. That was round 2 out of 5, so maybe, just maybe, the Grandees won't be useless, and the Chiefs can reassert dominance in the next one. That will be, as ever, on the Saturday early evening, late afternoon in Europe time. So until I'm back with that, and of course with tomorrow's weekly one-shot, it is a cheers and a cheerio.